Hi, this is John coming at you from Life Force Rejuvenation, and the name does imply. I did a part two series of interviews of Theraphi. The first two you are going to see are from a couple new people. Actually one because the second one, the higher beings above decided that they were not going to allow it to be recorded. She was going to do a podcast, and it blinked out her technology. It freaked out my technology, but I did get her partner, who was like really cool, Mother of Dragons. You'll hear about that one. And then the other ones, I took a different approach. Usually, what I do on my interviews is I do it cold, right out of the Theraphi, and get them to make a statement or whatever. This other round was I used intent, bringing intent into the equation. Setting the vibrations, setting the moods. Gave them a little bit of post-hypnotic suggestion. Went pretty good. Really cool. That's just what I've been having really good experiences with. I mean, people are they're amazing. I love people. Even the rotten ones, I love them. If it wasn't for, it's a binary system. You got the positive and the negative. There's nothing you can do about that, except love the heck out of them. Let's see. Also, newsflash. I'm going to redo my love bubble meditation and make it even more powerful than it ever is and was and will be. You gotta experience it. It's just phenomenal. Let's see. What else? Yeah, I hope you enjoy it. If you share it, get them to like and subscribe. It means a lot. I want to get up over 1,000 people, and I don't know how I'm going to do it, but I'm going to do it. And yeah, I want to thank you all for watching my videos. It means so much to me. It's like total heart action. Totally love each and every one of you people out there who watch it. So stay tuned, stay for my upcoming videos, and hope you enjoy it. Thank you, and peace around. Love to all of you. How did that feel?
I'm still collecting all of my sand. I was departicularized, and I watched all of my particles in a pile, and they went into a prism, and then they all went back into my body, but I felt each one integrating back, so I feel I'm integrating right now.
That's why I didn't want you to get up right away and melt. Is that cool? Is that cool or what?
That was really cool.
Yeah, it's so amazing.
I saw a python at the end, so python spirit came and was just right there. So I think I have to spend some time with the python. Thank you.
You're very welcome. I love you.
I love you.
I believe I do.
Okay, yeah, I'm feeling, I'm like going back into the dream, the traveling. You had said go to your happy place, so I immediately hopped on my dragon, and he said, take me somewhere beautiful, and we went to the top of a mountain above the clouds at night, and full moon right there, and me and my dragon were just talking, and we're like, oh, a happy place, what's a happy place? And it's like, just maybe sitting here eating some ice cream, so we were eating ice cream. So just, that's my, my controlling of it was somewhat of that space, and then like just watching the moon, and then everything started melting, the moon into the moonlight and becoming the moonlight, and at first, so my grandfather passed away a couple of days ago, so I felt him standing right here, so hopefully we'll get to see him. Maybe. It was like, smile for the camera, Grandpa. But yeah, I know the emotion came over me, and some memories, and some just working through the grief. And then that's when the sand started happening, where I felt myself completely melt into sand, and all the sand fell to the floor. And time went by, and suddenly all the sand rose up into this 3D prism, and it was like rainbow colored. It went from like maybe a green blue up to like an orange red up here, but it was all these pixels. And then it took the shape of me and very slowly like went into my body and all in. And just as that it made it to here, that's when I saw the image of the python just with its face right here, and I could see like its big, whatever you call those flappy things on the side of its head. And whoa, I'm feeling so much like heat and happening right here, right now. So yeah, definitely, it's all still happening. I imagine there'll be more to document later, but.
And it'll build up over the next couple days too, which is the really cool thing. It's just like, okay, I peaked, that's it, and that's all there is to it. No,
There's more gifts.
Oh yeah, that's the best part about it. None of that instant gratification stuff. So tell me how your journey was.
Felt I left with a lot more positivity than I came in here with. And all the energy inside me got warm, as in like a happy warmth, not really euphoric, but pleasant and comfortable energy throughout my whole body. And helped my mind relax from the tension and the stress. And I just feel a little more grounded, and a lot more grounded, and a lot more at peace now.
Yeah, you came in here a little bit intense and anticipation, kind of, because it's been a while since you've been here. But I'm so glad it helped you relax and quiet the inner yous. You're awesome. You're such a beautiful being of light. I love you.
Thank you, John.
Okay, how was your journey? Did you journey?
I'm pretty sure, yeah. It was really cool, really relaxing, and like I don't easily go into like a meditative sort of state, but I'm pretty sure I did like this time, which was pretty cool for me.
Did you have any visuals or anything like that?
Kind of, a lot of just colors and shapes, kind of like pattern, kind of like kaleidoscope-ish.
Any geometry?
Yeah, like that.
What kind of geometry?
Like, man, it's like colored, like geometric shapes just going around, like a lot of green, a little bit of red, yellow, like just shapes just going over each other. It's really pretty.
Kind of the shapes, like sacred geometry shapes like that one, or
Yeah.
more like but you know that the reds and greens is exactly what I hit, because at first we started off with the root chakra, which is the red, and the tone for the red, and then we went right after the heart, which is also the Theraphi sound that we used. So that would generate the supposedly, as theory goes, reds and greens and stuff like that. And the sacral, the yellow one, that's bonus, because I hear that if your sacral, and solar plexus are not in tune, you can't really progress up into the heart, the throat, and the crown. But that was cool. We got a triple action disco effect.
Yeah, that's pretty fun.
Cool. I love you.
Oh, too. Thanks.
How was that? Nah, I was gonna say, well, where's the double thumbs up?
It's from. I happened to me yesterday in meditation. I started getting hot, and I'm breathing deeply and stuff like that. So I think I start getting warm, and so I just kind of took my socks off, that cooled me off, and yeah, definitely got into a deep meditation. Kind of hard to put in words. Definitely, I had a visualization. At first, I saw it was like a screen. I don't know what it was in, if it was a wall or a ceiling, or I don't think it wasn't a floor, but it was like some sort of a screen, and then further became more of a, instead of just like it was a little bit more wide kind of screen, and then it became tighter, and it was the screen, and then it was like part of a window, and then it wasn't just the screen, it was glass, like that reinforced glass with the metal screen in it. And I don't know which side I was on or what was on the other side or what, but I had that vision going on. Then there was another point where I didn't have the visualization so much, only really brief, of the stars, but I had the feeling of going somewhere else, like the stars, somewhere out of this, somewhere far in the universe, whether it's this universe or what, but yeah, I had a very, very brief visualization of being in the stars, and then, but I had the feeling and the sensation of being away in that place. Yeah.
Cool. I love that shit. I love you.
Me too.
Fucking awesome. That thing, isn't that fucking trippy as all fuck?
Yeah.
It's just, it sparks that. The. Just sparks the mind.
Yeah,
Or,
there's that connectedness is what happens, and there's plenty more to it than what I described, but that's the part I can kind of describe. And there was some, yeah, it's so cool when you get away from the conscious mind and like not necessarily problems, but situations and stuff in life and relationships and different things, to where I kind of detach a little bit from that, and it's just like, oh, this is just what is. There's nothing for me to do, nothing for me to solve. There's nothing. There's everything. There's nothing. It just is. That's like the coolest place.
the feeling is just so
Just is.
amazing.
Yeah, it's like, oh, thank God.
Okay, there we go. All right, so that was kind of interesting, because for the first 15 minutes we didn't have the Theraphi on, we did some toning. And how was that for the first 15 minutes? It was all about you.
Right. So it was all dark and blue. And I think I was in a cave, and the cave had water, and I could see the water rippling, and everything was very dark and cold. And I had a huge weight on my forehead, like a weighted ball, like pushing me into the pillow. Like my head like just wanted to sink the whole time. And I kept just thinking, I'm alone. And then I saw a black hole, and I saw everything going into it, and then I would approach it, and then I would just observe it. I would just see the black hole in the middle, everything going into it, and then I would see different planes everywhere. I would see things on the side like this, things on top, things everywhere, going every way at once. And I kept thinking, I need to go into the black hole to get where I have to go, but I would never go through it. I was always just observing it. And that was the first part, when the machine wasn't on.
Then after we turned it on, what happened?
Yeah, and then after that there was more water, and I was underwater, and I was still alone, and it looked like the bottom of the ocean, but I was cruising like really fast on the bottom of the ocean, and it was hills and like different little plants, but there was nobody there the whole time. There was nobody there, and I was going really fast, and then there was tunnels, and it was like sand, almost like ocean floor, and I would go in tunnels, through tunnels, and I kept wondering, why am I alone? Like, where are my people? Where are my people? And then when I thought, where are my people? It's like I went through a tunnel, and I went down, and there was a hole, and it was like if you go through that hole, you just totally enter a different world. There was no water. It was like a jungle, and there were trees everywhere, mountains, trees. There was a tiger, and then I saw people, but they were gold people. Like it was like light emitting from them, all gold everywhere, and they were just like walking around. Like I couldn't see faces or anything, but I didn't go through. I was just observing from the water, like world. Yeah, and then I just kept thinking, I can go in there, but I prefer not to. I prefer to stay by myself in the water. That sounds so crazy.
No, it's totally awesome. Like
Yeah.
total observer.
Yeah, just watching everything and just, why am I alone? And then realizing, well, I don't have to be alone, but I prefer to be alone over here. So that was it.
Badass. God, I love you. You are so awesome.
Thank you.
Okay, so this is Jose. So, do you believe that you may have been in contact with somebody who had the possibility of having the CV-19?
Definitely, yeah, it's confirmed.
Okay, so what we're gonna do here is we're gonna demonstrate and go to our higher realms and higher selves and knock this thing out. So if everybody else dies around us and we're alive, it could be a good thing, a bad thing, but we'll be alive with a lot of food.
That's all we care about. No, just kidding.
All right, so this is session 1 for Jose, and we're probably going to be doing his whole family, right?
Yes,
Okay, we're gonna nip this thing in the bud and hit a home run.
yes.
And that is a